Hi, Miss Annie, says the doctor here. May I see her, please?
Dr. Freeman, do you have a patient?
Hi, Miss Yvonne.
Verification or Veris Nair?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Freeman. You need my chart? You need my chart? Yes, please. Good afternoon, Dr. Freeman. I was looking for my card. Oh, a little out of breath. I wanted to see you so that I could go down to 5 milligrams.
You want to come down 5?
Yes.
Do you have your numbers?
I was in my freaking ID.
What dose are you
10.
Huh?
10.
You want to come down to 5?
Yes, to 5. Where's my ID? Oh my god. Yeah, I can't even find my ID.
See what a nurse counselor that is?
Yes, that's Siobhan. She's my back. Oh, I found it. She's my backup counselor. Oh. All right, I found it. Sorry. I've been trying to go down to 5 milligrams, but the doctor's never here.
I wanted to ask a question, but I can't. I'm going to think of a way to reduce the amount of disrespect. I just have no feelings.
Now, what opioid are you taking?
It's all in there, Dr. Freeman. Percocet.
Percocet? What are you taking it for?
For my lupus, Dr. Freeman. We go over this every time.
Well, I can remember 300 patients.
I know, but it's all in the chart. It shows it. I mean, if it's a prescriptive medication, I'm not taking it from the street, then you know that it's for something legitimate. So why even question it?
What were you doing when you had that other medication? Suboxone. What were you doing with that?
I wasn't doing anything with it. We already spoke about that.
What were you doing? Why were you doing that?
We already spoke about that. That has nothing to do with why I'm here today. I just would like to have my milligrams dropped so I can go to work. We already spoke about that like 5 times. I don't remember either. I just want to go down.
Anymore?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
And the medication was Suboxone, and it was for the medication you're referring to is Suboxone, and it was right. You know that, so why are you asking me?
But I wonder why you were taking it.
I told you why. Why do you think I was not taking it? We already went through this. Now you're saying I'm taking it.
No,
It was prescribed to me so that when I get lupus flares and I am unable to make it physically to the center for like 10 or more days, and I'm now going through methadone withdrawal, but I am not in the hospital, I would then take the Suboxone to hold me over until I could make it to the program. However, I'd never gotten to that point. I'd never missed that many days, but it was still being prescribed in case that happened. But I am no longer being prescribed that medication because it was said that it was illegal. However, when I get off the program, I may go on Suboxone or I may not. Right now, I'm going through a very difficult withdrawal period. I've been going down 2 milligrams the whole time, every week, and then sometimes faster. So I just want to do this and get it over with. And it seems like every time I come into the clinic, Dr. Freeman, you're the only person that I speak to that seems to have some kind of understanding about what really is going on. Like, I have lupus. I was not prescribed methadone because I was using heroin. I was prescribed methadone for pain. I was prescribed methadone because I was getting morphine when I was getting my treatments and Dilaudid. And then when I would come home,
You were getting what?
morphine and Dilaudid while I was in the hospital for lupus. I had chemotherapy, I had a clot, I had a heart attack, I had many things because of lupus. I have angina. So when I came out, I was taking Percocet and Oxycontin, and it was just like too much for me. It was just too much. So the doctor said, let's try this. And I tried it, and it's been 2 years, and I don't like it. And every time I miss on a program, it's like, you're a bad girl. You did something wrong. We're going to steal your days. I asked for an extra day, which I earned by not using anything. They're like, you can't because you're missing days. But I get really sick. Like, I didn't come yesterday. I was really sick. I'm still sick. I'm still swollen. I'm going to the doctor when I leave here. I just want to go down to 5 milligrams today because I get my take homes today. So then while I'm home, whatever my body needs to go through, if it triggers a lupus flare, I can deal with it and come back.
Okay. You don't think you're going to, you don't want to do like 3 today?
Should I? Yeah, I'll take your advice.
Want to try that?
Yeah.
Rather than going down the whole 5 at one time.
Okay.
You want to do 3? Have you been medicated today yet?
No, ma'am.
Want to get 3 today? And then 2 when next week?
Yes.
That's it?
Yes.
All right.
That way I could let it do whatever it does. And I won't have so many issues. Because I am having symptoms like all the time. It gets a little less, and then I noticed that like when I get medicated, like on Friday I got medicated really early, and then by Friday night, before the morning, I was already starting to like have like runny eyes and sniffling and yawning and sneezing. So I noticed that the smaller the dose, the less it stays in my system.
Now so you can do 3 today?
Yes.
And then 1 week or 2 weeks you want to do?
I'll say 1 week. I'll come back in a week and see how it does.
Want to do it that way?
Yes, please.
All right. So when you were at LaGuardia, what did you study? Music or art?
Drama.
Or drama?
Yeah.
Wasn't that interesting that we both had gone to the same school?
I know. I do find that very interesting. I actually find it very interesting the field of medicine that you chose. That's something that I'm now getting interested in, mostly because of what I've gone through and what I see other people going through and our people going through and being forgotten in the epidemic that is opioid abuse.
You seen him in the Times last Sunday?
I'm sorry?
Let me show you. This is the Sunday New York Times.
Oh, okay.
These are people who are still working at, see, what does it say? Still at it. These are all people who have reached a certain age and they're still working. This man makes skirts.
Oh my.
This man does something else.
That's gonna be me. Oh my word, you look amazing here. Dr. Friedman. That's right. Wow. This was in this week's Times? I gotta get this. This is amazing.
What are those?
Schedule changes that I told you about.
Schedule changes? Wait a minute. Why can't I see some of those people?
Because Joseph works in the morning. And
Hold on, can you talk to me?
Yeah.
Sorry. That's
Isn't that
gonna
interesting?
yes, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me.
All right.
I have some things to overcome.
Yes.
It's not easy. I wouldn't expect that it would be. But it's not just tied to the opioids. The opiates seem to be the symptom
Mm-hmm.
of a lot of what I'm learning about myself. So
Do you see a therapist?
I do.
You see a psychiatrist, a psychologist?
Yes, I see all three now.
You should.
Yeah.
You should do that.
There's just like I mean, no more than anyone else, I would say, but there are just some issues in my past as a child that I guess I allowed to haunt me and either not deal with them or allow them to have too much power. And now I am exercising them from me.
But you've seen somebody.
Yeah, I've seen 3 people.
All right. You should
I
do
have
that.
my therapist, I see her on Tuesdays at 4:30. I have a psychiatrist I see once a month, and a psychologist I see twice a month.
Good. Good. All right. Now let's see. So you are on what dose?
10 milligrams?
So you want to come down to 3 milligrams right now?
I'm gonna come down 3 milligrams, so to 7.
7.
Okay.
And then when you're ready to.
And initially, too, Dr. Freeman, I'll tell you, one of the reasons I stayed on the program was because I wanted the responsibility to report to someone. Because I can get methadone prescribed from my doctor for my lupus, but I needed to be in a setting where someone would be like, okay, use this day to keep myself taking the prescribed dose and to not have addictive behaviors. And it's been 2 years, and
So how many years?
2. I've been here 2 years. So I think I'm ready.
Okay.
And if I'm not, I have a 30-day open case that I can come back. Try it again.
Sure.
So
You can have longer than that. You know, if you leave, you can always come back if you feel the need. You know, when you come off, you have no limit. You can come back anytime you want to come back. The only thing is you have to start over like a new patient.
right.
And then if we don't have openings, you have to go another time. You see?
I'm gonna give it a try.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna see my doctor again next week, and we're gonna reboot everything, all my medications.
Alright. Now what are your numbers again? That's why I didn't use your.
Right.
Use your code. 6, 1, 8, 5, 2, 7.
That article is awesome.
Huh?
The article in the New York Times Magazine, that's amazing. Wow. Look at these young kids saying they can't work. Imagine. Work.
Alright, so we're coming down today.
Yes.
You have not been medicated yet,
No, I haven't.
long you had the lupus?
I was diagnosed officially 7 years ago, but I believe that I've been already having symptoms maybe like 5 years before that, but we just didn't know what it was. Like they thought I had ITP, and it's just like a lot of stuff. I think the final test was the bone marrow test. I think it's called your RN factor or something like that. And like I kept getting this thing on my face. I actually don't get that much anymore. It's just the swelling. I take Plinquenil. It's horrible. Dr. Freeman, I was thinking about going back to school for mortuary sciences. Is that something that you feel would be a lucrative and not?
Yeah, if you want to do that, why not? Of course, you have to be accepted into a program, you know, but you want to do mortuary science?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'd have to get a program. You'd have to get a program that would accept you, you know. I don't know how difficult that is for people to get into mortuary science, but sure.
Because that's a really wide field that I'm always, because that's what I do with special effects. And a lot of people don't want to work in that field. They don't want to work with dead. I love that. I love bones and embalming and seeing what makes us tick. So I was thinking of that and maybe seeing what I have to do to find a...
You have to do a lot of science. You have to do some preparation.
I like labs.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
I like labs. Hey! I'm about to. I was going down. All right.
Who's that?
The security guard.
Oh,
She.
So yeah. As I said, you have to search for a program that you can get accepted into. You have to do a lot of you have to do science. You have to do basic science studies.
That's on my list.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to just do a couple of things for the next year and a half with my health and my mind.
You have any family?
In New York?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Huh?
No.
No family.
Not in New York.
Mm-hmm.
They're everywhere else.
You're married though, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're still with him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just him and I.
Mm-hmm. Well, how does he feel that you're doing it?
He's go. He's like, yeah, do it, go. You've been talking about it for years. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Plus, as I said, we'd have to find a program. I don't know how difficult it is to get into programs, you know?
Right.
But,
And I know there's an internship and there's like.
yeah, I don't know what the whole program is like. But let me put this in there.
Oh, okay.
7 programs.
Yes, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Should I go downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Upstairs. I get medicated. Okay. Upstairs. Okay. I'm upstairs. I'm good. Hi, going. Miss Danisha, I'm going. She said, go. And I'm going. And I'm going. I was with Dr. Freeman.
Oh shit, I thought it was nobody.
No, because she be No, I could go downstairs. I was with Dr. Freeman. That like she be slow.
Yeah, you go downstairs.
All right, I thought. I'm sorry. I had to go downstairs, Miss Deep. Sorry. Yeah, I gotta pee too.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm just in everyone's way. I'm upstairs. Afternoon. Sorry, I was with Dr. Freeman.
Oh, you went upstairs?
Yeah,
You were with Stacy?
no,
Oh, okay.
she just takes a long time. She's very thorough.
Any balance to return?
No, I forgot. Sorry.
Okay, what's your date of birth?
10/16/75 7
What's your dose?
7. Thank you.
All right, she didn't change it yet, okay? Okay, have a seat.
Are you kidding me? I've been here for like 20 minutes. Oh my god. Hello. I'm gonna cut it off until I get ready. At this point, I was just so frustrated. The order wasn't in. I wound up sitting there for an additional like 15 minutes. The freaking clinic was closed. As you see, when I was leaving, the security guard came in and they thought that all the clients were gone. The nurses were just upset. This whole episode, I have so much to say, but I'm just gonna post this and let you guys see it and come to your own conclusions.